Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to In Divine Time Tarot. My name is Tamira Alicia. I am your reader, and today we're going to be doing a little astrology reading where we're going to be talking about the full moon in Aries, actually the super full moon in Aries, what that means, and how you can use this energy to improve your life. So on October the 6th, which is this coming Monday, there is going to be a super full moon happening in the sign of Aries. If you know anything about Aries, you know that Aries is the initiator. Aries is the starter. Aries is fiery. And what this means for us is that change is coming. Now is the time to put your foot forward, to stop second guessing, just to get up and do it. Aries is not the sign of the completer or like the outcome, but it is definitely the sign of get your butt up and get into gear, and that's the energy of this full moon. So let's break that down even more so we can relate it to like kind of our everyday lives, right? So as many of you know, a lot of people are suffering right now. A lot of people are scared and tired and feel this sense of like dread and exhaustion because of everything that's happening in the world. People are losing their jobs, people are dying, people are feel unsafe, people are unsafe. There is a lot of like pent up energy, and a lot of us feel like we want to help, but we don't even know where to start. We don't even know what to do. Like, what's the plan? Just looking for someone else to tell us, like, hey, this is what you need to do in order to be of service. This is what you need to do in order to help. This is what you need to do in order to see change. But the thing is that no one is going to tell us that. No one is going to push us into what to do. With this energy coming from Aries, with this super full moon, this is telling us that, hey, you're going to have to be your own hero. As a collective, we tired, y'all. It's constant exhaustion, it's stress, it's fear, it's just being at like this state of over constant stimulation, right? And a lot of people are tired of it, and they are ready to make a change. They are ready to break free. They are ready to do something. I have read so many comments online where people are just like, I don't know what to do, but I want to do something. I want to start doing something. Some of us are waiting for governments to tell us what to do. Some of us are waiting for, I don't know, other people of leadership, other people in power to tell us what to do. But with this super full moon in Aries, this is telling us that we are the agents of change. We are the ones that are going to have to do this. And this is in terms of our jobs, people that are being like part of these massive layoffs, right? This pertains to our politics and the stuff that is happening right now in politics, not only in the States, in the US where I'm located, but also like globally, right? And we can see that reflected on the news that we're watching because we are interglobal society, right? We can see that in freaking food and gas prices. We can see that everywhere in every aspect of our life, that there needs to be a change. There needs to be a break. We just need to freaking start, right? And Aries is providing us that with that initiator energy, that fire energy that Aries has, that starter energy that Aries has, like that saying, don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff, right? Well, we needed to be stuff, so we need to start it. Now, if you're still thinking like, well, I don't know in a practical sense how this applies to me, because I know astrology can seem very abstract. So let me give you some real life examples, right? You have been filling out applications for I don't know how long now after your layout. You're, let's say, up to 300, 400, maybe even more applications that you have submitted, and maybe you've only had 2 or 3 interviews and you didn't get the job, or you got a bunch of no's, or whatever the case is, right? This energy is encouraging you to start your own shit, to not wait for someone else to hire you, because I know you got some good ideas in there. I know you got some things that you want to start. I know you have some passion projects that are just sitting around waiting for you to jump back into them. This energy is encouraging you to be the initiator, to take control, to light a fire up under that ass in order to get to the place where you want to be with your own direction, using your own narrative and lighting your own paths. If you are in a relationship and you feel like, man, I don't know if this relationship is going somewhere, I don't know if this person is right for me, now it's the time for you to stand 10 toes down and finally have that conversation with that person. Stop waiting for that person to have the conversation with you, and you be the initiator. You ask that person, this is what I want. Are you going to be the person to provide this for me? Are you going to be the person to build this future with me? And then move from there based on that. In politics, right? If we want to be the change, if we are constantly talking about these policies don't work for us, have you ever considered running for office? Now's the time. Now's the time to start a grassroots movement to help launch your political career, right? And it doesn't mean that you've always wanted to be in politics. It just means that you want to see a change that benefits everybody. And that is the type of person that needs to be involved in politics. Now, at the same time, we also have Mercury, which is direct right now at 0 degrees in the sign of Libra. And this is significant because when we think about Aries, who is the starter, right, the initiator, and then we think about the planet Mercury that has to do with communication, and the fact that it's sitting at 0 degrees in the sign of Libra, which when we think about Libra, we think about the Justice card in tarot, right, because of the scales. We think about speaking out about fairness. We think about speaking about harmony, speaking out about harmony and balance and justice and love and beauty and all of these things, because Libra is also ruled by Venus, right? All of these things that are representative of that planet transiting through that house. And not only that, excuse me guys if I have to look down at my notes. So not only do we have Mercury transiting through the sign of Libra, but we also have Neptune, our dreamy planet, transiting through the sign of Aries, right? Now with, again, Aries being the initiator, right? The starter of it, and Neptune being very deeply connected to spiritual cycles, spiritual growth, ascension, and all of these things. This is sparking that awakening that we see happening. And I posted about this a couple of days ago about how there are going to be like kind of these 3 buckets that people fall into with this spiritual awakening that's happening on this planet right now. And that Neptune transiting through Aries right now is just causing that to freaking propel and to go faster and to give people are waking up at phenomenal rates, right? And this transit is only going to be kind of like the secret sauce that propels that and pushes that forward even more. Now, speaking in terms of the collective, right? The collective is all of us. We have to think about the planet Pluto, which right now is moving through the sign of Aquarius. Now, we know that we are in the age of Aquarius right now, and Aquarius is the humanitarian. So when we have Pluto, which is a planet that is just like, you know what? Actually, I can see that all of these people are suffering. Like 99% of people are suffering. But this 1% is, y'all doing real good, and y'all okay with this, y'all okay with how things are, y'all okay with the status quo, but I'm not. So I'm about to destroy everything. I'm about to dismantle everything. That is the energy of Pluto, and that is how it's moving, especially being in Aquarius, y'all. Like Aquarius is just like, if it don't work for everybody, it's not working. I'm the humanitarian. It's time to cut this shit off. It's time to cut y'all off. The way that y'all been moving, I don't like it. It's not working for everybody. And Pluto is like, bet. Okay, let's do this. Let's dismantle everything. And we see that happening right now. We see that happening in our government. We see this happening in governments all around the world, actually. And this full moon that is in Aries is only bringing further attention to this. Like we are starting to see now people be very transparent about, certain things, like that Project 2025, for example. Before, a particular person did not know anything about it, right? They claimed not to know anything about it. Like, oh, I don't have any parts of this. And now, that story done flip. That story done change, right? Wonder why. Now, just hopping back real quick to this Neptune being in Aries, as I said, this is, as these systems are being dismantled, right? This spiritual awakening is being propelled even more, guys, like crazily. And we all knew it was coming. It wasn't like this just happened overnight, right? This has been a process that has been happening for years now, where people have been waking up. But now, in like with the formula of everything that is going on, right? Because we are living in a very pressurized society right now, where it just feels like every day is something new, every day is something else, and it's just piling up on top of one another, up on top of one another. And eventually, at some point, that pressure is gonna pop, it's gonna burst, it's gonna fly off. And when it does, it's not gonna be pretty. And I mean, the final icing on the cake for me is Saturn being kind of like at the tail end of Aquarius, right? And as we know, Saturn is Big Daddy. Like, Saturn is like all the rules, all the structure, will get your life together, will say, oh, okay, so this is not working and you don't want to change it. Okay, let me just come up in here and reorient your entire life, right? Saturn is sitting at the tail end of Aquarius, guys. And this is telling us now that these structures that were put in place that do not work for us, we have to stop thinking that the government or anyone else is going to come in and fix it, right? It's not going to happen. We have to be our own agents of change. And what that means is that, I'm going to give you guys an example. Let's say that if I hired a contractor, right, to do some work on my house, and a contractor didn't follow any of the instructions, in terms of like what it is, whatever it is that I wanted, right? They didn't follow any of that. And they actually did quite a horrible job. Would I hire back that same contractor to do another job for me? No, that would be fucking crazy. Why would I do that, right? Why would I hire back someone who showed me to my face that they didn't care about what I want and that they were going to give me whatever they wanted to give me, right? So if I hired them back and they created something else that did not work for me, who's really at fault? Is it them or is it me, right? So Saturn is encouraging us, along with Aries, along with Neptune and Mercury, and just the energy of this overall arcing, all of these transit is urging us to like, hey, you guys have to take the initiative, right? You have to start. You don't have to have 100% of a plan. You don't have to have all the details ironed out, but you have to start. Use your voice, right? Use your voice. Mercury, use your words, use your social media, use whatever it is that you have to do to get the word out about these injustices, right? About there being more fairness, about there being more people having to take responsibility, about awakening people, about helping people to awaken that are feeling lost or don't know where to go. All of this energy combined is, it's like it's just like a pressure, and it's just building and it's just building, and we see it, and so we have to guide it in a way in which we can at the end build systems that are going to work with us, right? That are going to work for us. And that is systems that we use in our personal life, right? Those boundaries that we have to set for ourselves, and if people don't respect them, peace. You know what I'm saying? Going after the things that we know that we want, instead of waiting on someone to come up with a plan and then give it to us or tell us what to do. We have to initiate it. I know a lot of y'all have business ideas that you have been sitting on, that you want to take advantage of, but for whatever reason, all of these passion projects that you have like littered all over everywhere, you haven't start them. You don't need a 100% plan. You don't have to have all of the details ironed out. Start them. We are living in a time right now where there's not going to be anyone that can tell us what to do. We have to be the agents of our own change. If we sit around and wait for other people to take initiative, then we're going to end up in the same exact type of world that we're in right now. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not for that shit. So that is it. That is the astrological reading for the super full moon in Aries on Monday, October the 6th. I am also going to be uploading some individual shorts about what you need to know for each sign. So catch you later, guys. Bye.